Musiliu Akisanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, writes electoral body INEC to allow its transporters distribute election materials. Hello everyone, welcome to Newsport TV. The Lagos State Parks Management Committee, led by Musiliu Akisanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, has written to the electoral body, the Independent National Electoral Commission, to allow its members to distribute sensitive electoral materials and transport election officials on election day. This appeal, in a letter the union wrote to INEC in January 2023, which states that the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, had been suspended and that INEC should disregard any relationship with them. The letter reads, "The Lagos State Parks and Garages Management, LASPG, hereby writes to bring to your notice that Lagos State and states such as Oyo, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and some states are no longer under the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, as transportation is concerned, but under the various states, parks, and garages respectively. Our notification and request letter became imperative in order for there not to be technical as well as administrative lacuna in terms of transporting, logistics, and deployment or retrieval of election materials and personnel to and from all election points in the aforementioned states during the forthcoming 2023 general election, which, if not quickly addressed, might affect the election day. We at Lagos State Parks and Garages, under the chairmanship of Alhaji Dr. Musiliu Ayinde Akisanya, do hereby request that INEC should conduct an investigation into this information supplied, while at the same time request that all transportation-related arrangements in Lagos State should be at our purview because the operation of any RTW in Lagos State has been suspended." In October 2018, MC Oluomo described himself as a loyalist of Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, in an Instagram post. According to MC Oluomo, Tinubu owns him and the APC, and whatever Tinubu wants is what MC Oluomo, will support. So let's take some of the comments. Somebody said, "This country is finished. How can one person be requesting such? Did INEC tell him they don't have car or fuel to do that?" Another said, "John Goodon, they measure, they won't do charity work." Another said, "It is the audacity for me." Another said, "What type of plane is this? Make them no try more." Another said, "What effrontery? In Papa never enter. If he can't enter, I can only imagine. If I may ask, is that he doesn't know that it is not in his place to distribute election materials? Oh my God." Another said, "Buhari needs to change Lagos State INEC chairman, destabilize them." Another said, "As INEC petrol, right?" Another said, "Orishirishi, only in my country, awada keri." Another said, "Illiteracy is a disease." Another said, "With what English did you write this letter?" Another said, "Make INEC no gree, oh, this is scam." Another said, 95% of Lagos State residents are not Agbero. Tinubu is not going to win Lagos State. Another said, Abibo boy mad ni." Another said, "Wow, tell me this is happening in Nigeria." So these and some more comments were the comments that trailed this. Should we call it a request? Should we call it a plea? Should we call it an instruction? Whatever name you want to use for it, MC Oluomo has written a letter to INEC to say they should use his boys to carry or convey election materials, and he's going to also, and they use their own transportation system. So the question is, has this been done before? And what makes him think that INEC will consider his request? MC Oluomo is known as an Agbero, whether anybody wants to hear that called or not. Everything is wrong when an agbero or institutions through the ranks by their boundary. The loyalist is an independent body. I don't think INEC. He says it every time unapologetically, and there's nothing wrong. Would know what to do. This is not the first time INEC is conducting elections in Lagos State, and it has never had to resort to using any state park or transportation body to help convey election materials and the officials involved and everything. INEC has already done their templates. I think it's even way gone about using coppers for their elections, mobilization and all of that. And so this is quite an effrontery. And knowing that MC Oluomo has said if Tinubu asked him to jump one time, he was going to jump 100 times. So what does he think that its face, being the face of that organization, would deem to be well placed to say it should be considered for such responsibilities? To some people, they find it a bit insulting to say, how can, what gave the audacity, what gave the effrontery? Because I don't think he would make considering how very loyal he is to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, he will not open his mouth to say he wants to do that kind of thing without getting an approval. We know how this thing runs. But people don't like to hear the truth. They always, like to scratch the surface, like the way, But the truth of the matter is that it's quite unsettling if any organization can think they can write, especially, this is not a matter of being condescending to motor parks people. Even these days, they have more money. They always boast that they have employees who are graduates, who are master's degree holder, who are PhD holders, that they feed them, they feed their families, and they flaunt wealth. They have the best of houses and the best of locations, especially in Lagos State, right? Their children attend the best schools in Nigeria and outside the country. What an educated person has been deprived of even having a source of livelihood, when there are no jobs. So everybody sucks up to, where the money is. So this is what is coming up. Would like to hear from INEC to know what their response to MC Oluomo is about helping out to mobilize election materials and officials as well. May God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for joining. And to existing subscribers, thank you for always stopping by. See you in the next news. May God bless Nigeria.